everyone, welcome back to Operation Exploration. Okay, so in this here episode we are going to build the drone, and the drone will connect to a connector here, and I'll build everything from here, so we'll be able to pull all the resources from it. I did say we weren't going to connect this to this here. I think it's because of ice. So there's that military installation. Is that on the move, or is that actually stopped? Why is oh, Spotify thing came up. Right. So we do need to connect this up for builders. But I don't want to take the ice. I suppose what we could do is we could connect everything up here, but we'll turn off the. We'll set it not to use ice. So let me just check. We need to go to the O2 generation, turn them off so they're not pulling ice, and now we can connect this here up without it. My keyboard seems to be acting up. Let's see, V. That's correct. I need to remember as well the weight. Ooh, that's close there. Came in a bit quite hot there. Alright, good. Okay, so that shouldn't, but we'll grab whatever ice we can before we head back. Alright, we've got beacon there, just checking the... Something keeps flashing up, 10 kilometers away. It must be that Mayday one. If I remember right, that's the fake one, the one that pretends that they're in distress and they lure you out and kill you and blah blah blah, so we'll not entertain their desires. So, right, we're going to be building this upside down, so first things first. We'll need a connector, and then we build everything from the connector. Usually whenever I'm building a small grid on top of a large grid, I usually use the rotor because it's, you know, it's one of the easiest things you can do. But I'm not going to do that, because what I usually do is you get a advanced rotor with a small rotor head and you build it off that, but I don't want to do that. I want to go to this, and now what we do is you rotate this round. I want to rotate that to gravity. I think that's... just rotate it around this way a bit. That's pretty much it, is it? I need steel plate. Now there's all sorts of different methods of rotating around until you get it right, but we're not too particular. What should do? Right, let's do this again. But we need to switch it. 7, and now we rotate it round. Oh wait, I forgot. Sure, we have to turn it upside down. Oh, I'm stupid. Right, that has to go down first. And then we build the small one on top. Now, there is a way to do this. Just line everything up. I think that's pretty much it. And it'll self-line. Like that. It's gonna build that. Oh, look at that. And we do this. And switch lock. There we go. Right, perfect. So now we have this on top of this. So now we know for sure that we can't build, you know, we can't accidentally build around this here, so this here should prevent us from building, which is good. So now we base everything off this. Now, we could do this in hydrogen, we could do this in ion thrusters, and we could do this in normal atmospheric thrusters, but I feel like hydrogen is one of the best because of, you know, like its usability, because we can use it on Earth and we can use it in space. And we did say in the last episode that we wouldn't use ion thrusters because if we wanted to, say, go on Earth and attack a base, we need something, you know, that can do both. So for the sake of this here, we are going to use hydrogen. So now we need to make sure that we can pipe everything to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the essentials on first. So we're going to have our hydrogen tanks, we're going to have our cockpit, and then we can worry about the engine placement later on. So the other thing we need to keep an eye on as well. Oh, I just thought of something there. It's easier to dock. Wait, no, this is a drone. This isn't going to be pilot. I forgot. this isn't going to be piloted. So yeah, we don't need a cockpit. I'm getting mixed up here now. I'm thinking of this as like a personal ship. No. What we need to do is, it will be controlled by using various cameras. So we'll have a camera facing forward, another one facing backwards, and another facing down below for docking. But I'd rather dock. No, facing. I'd rather dock facing the. No, like the way that the Voyage connects with that. No, like a forward-facing connector. But I suppose with this here, you can kind of land on top of it as long as you have a camera. Right, now, so we have a connector here, so we will need hydrogen tanks. So let's get hydrogen tanks. Not use that industrial, we'll use this here. Now, can we could put that on there, but then it's kind of top heavy. I'd rather if it was on its side like this, despite it, taking up pretty much the same amount of blocks. The drone is going to have guns on it, and I don't think I'll bother with grinders. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother with grinders on it. This is just going to be solely for shooting at different things, so we'll not worry about tools. We'll make like adaptable version later on in the series with, I can do different things with tools and stuff. But for the sake of this here, we're just going to make this pretty basic. I think just for the sake of this here, we will keep that on top, just easier for connection. So that's one tank, but I'd rather have a second tank. We could put a second one here. Hold on a second. I thought we did build something with hydrogen tanks on it. I don't want to build the same thing twice. Just quickly look through the list here. Because the last thing we want to do, we have the booster that was used for the satellite. No, we don't need that. That's the wrong thing. Ice machine. Did we have that in the series? ISS missile 1. No. Large buggy. We have the satellite. Large grid. Another large grid. I think that did sort of work. And that was used during the exploration base. That was part of the ISS I did build in. What is the series? That's different. That's grid. Large grid. Another large grid. Oh. You have the little grinder, but they use atmospheric thrusters, so we'll not use that. Then you have the miner. Then you have the auto miner, and you have the missile with the penetrating head. That didn't really work properly when you built it in survival for some reason, despite it working okay in creative. Another missile. Mosquito. No. Oh, wait, actually the mosquito, where did I go to? This one has atmospheric. We could do it in large grid. Let's keep an eye on this, because we might actually make the drone out of large grid. But small grid because it's easier to work with. No, that's the pod. Rescue, which was basic, I think. What else do we have? Satellite. Small grid. Yeah. Static grids. This here was one of my first timer projects. No, like timer based machine projects. So basically what it done was, if you see here, you have these merge blocks that are every like 3 or 4 blocks, and then what it does is piston pulls back, connects to this, unhooks this merge block here, hole that pushes forward and basically pushes into a mountain and creates a very, very straight hole. And the shape of the drills is, like the shape of the hole is based on whatever shape you have the drills at. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I think we're going to build that other one. Oh, where is it? I want to pass it. This one here. The mosquito. I think. What? It's small grid. Is it? Is that right? Small grid. Oh no! God, don't click that. That's going to take ages to load up. So these are small grid. Well, I need one that's large so I can see. So that's large. Yeah. So it's small grid. Okay. So let's get a projection block. Let's get rid of this. Right, we'll leave that there the way it is. We'll just get a normal advanced rotor. Right, okay. What's the difference between these two? Advanced rotor 2x3. What is that? Oh, right, okay. I see. Right, let's grab this, put this here. Then take this here off. And we are adding a small head to it. Add small rotor head. There we go. And let's weld it up. Right, now we can get the projector block and put that on top. We don't want it to build anything yet, so let's turn off the builders. So that's 6. I do need to add a button panel. I did say that whenever we were building this huge platform. I'll put a button panel here that turns them on and off. But nothing to worry about right now. Oh good, I can access that. Now we get the white one. And we got the blueprints, and it was well down the list. I think. Yeah, there it is. Mosquito. And key projection. Right, let's see. Let's explore this. Alright, so it's got thrusters pretty much in every direction we have. We've got a large one on the back. Perfect. What slows us down? We've got a couple of here. Where is the connector? Underneath this thing. There is no connector, is there? How does this thing fill up? Oh, I remember where this is from now. This is from when me and Mighty Ass were playing together. There was these buggy thingies, mosquitoes, that were like inside. It was like a huge sort of pipe structure. It was like something out of, if you've ever played Grand Theft Auto 5 and you played like the stunt series, it's like, the pipes. It's like that, where you race in between them. And we were racing these here around it. But there is no... There's no connector on it, so we're going to have to modify it. There's a beacon on here. We would certainly need that. And I did say we would put a laser on, but we can put the laser on top. But we're going to have to put a connector underneath. Right. I tell you what we'll do. We'll raise it way up in the air. Let's, is it vertical offset? Yeah, let's raise it up here. Right. So we can see it better. Right, okay. We have this. So we could sandwich it. We could sandwich it underneath right here, because I feel like this part really isn't needed. Yeah, let's build it anyway. Oh, will that build all right there? I think it will. What's that? Some sort of a transport. Right, let's get this. Right. Oh yeah, let's set this here not to... Was it sure inertia tensor on? There we go. And rotor lock. There we go. And then we can change the color of it later on. could put a connector on the front of it. Oh no, we can't, no. That's not a great gun. We're going to have to modify that. There's going to be a few changes to it. As long as we have the main part, this main here, that's the main part we get. I just wonder how much hydrogen this thing holds. Actually, wait, does it even have a hydrogen tank? Oh dear, I don't think it does. This thing doesn't have a hydrogen tank. Right, so we could move that. We substitute the engine for the tank and then we move the engine back. And then we could get away with everything else, I suppose. Alright, let's check the projector to see what's missing. Alright, let me see. Complete. Warning, projection out of bounds. That's alright. Let's turn that off. Right, so we have this, but there is no tank inside it, so we're going to take this here out. Oh wait, actually there's nothing's dependent on that, is there? I hope not. I hope nothing's dependent on that. No. We're okay to remove it. Excellent. What is that? Is that like a storage, is it? What is that thingy? Oh, it's a O2 H2 generator. Perfect. So now we can get the hydrogen tank, which is number 8. Let's give it that colour. Let's stick that in here if we can. Oh, sugar. It's not going to fit. We've no tiny hydrogen tank, no. Small hydrogen tank, yeah, we can get that in. How big is that though? Yeah, actually for real, this thing is so tiny. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's not symmetric either, so we can't really just stick it in there. Right, I wanted to avoid... It looks like we're going to have to completely make one from scratch. Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, because we can't have the cockpit. There's going to be no cockpit on it. But I do like this format here of what they've done with the engines. So you've got 3 engines here, 3 engines here. So it's pretty much 3 engines, no power in the whole thing. And then you've got the 4 engines on top, and I assume that's the same underneath. Yep. And then you had 1 large, and then at the very front you had... That makes sense, yeah. Okay. Right. So we are going to pretty much do what we had set out to do in the first place. So let's continue building on that. Stop rotating it, please. Ah! Oh my god, please stop doing that. Right, that should do the rest. Right, now switch lock. Switch lock. Right, okay, so we build pretty much what we see there on top of there. Now this thing is going to be blue because that's our corporate colours. So let's shift P on that and colour this here in. Right, now let's start off from the start again. Now we'll put I just remembered about the conveyor block. So we're gonna get this. Oh wait, no, small conveyor system, so it is small. No, actually we'll get this. I can't remember what the difference is between them. Right, we have this, but I need the one that has the one on top and bottom. Yeah, that's it there. Oh, Interior plate. Let's grab some. Grab it from here. Interior plate. That'll do. Right, so we'll put this down here first. And just double check whether we're okay. Yep. So that's going there. Then we have our... I'd like to have double. That's going there. And that's going here. So we'll put these here, keep it sort of symmetric. So those are 2 tanks. Our O2 H2 generators. They're going in between. So we'll substitute that with that. Oh yes, what way does that work? That's a large, perfect, so that can go on top of here. And I suppose that can go on the front as well. Yes, so now we've got our 2 reversers that can go side by side here. And on the very back of this one here is where we'll have a large thruster. So it's hydrogen thrusters. Let's use the industrial one, I do like that. I like the look of that one. Yeah, let's use that. What's the difference? Oh yeah, that's okay. So that's the large ones going on there. Then we have our 3 going on the side. We could put it on here. No, the 3 going along here, 3 on the other side, blah blah blah. And then you get your 2 forward facing ones. They're going there. And 3 here. As well as the 3 here. What way is that? So we need... One's going on top, so there are 4. Like that. And then the ones underneath for lift. Oh, we need proper ones for lift, I forgot. So... There. 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 And what's under here? There's nothing. We could do it if... I suppose it could be upside... No, it can't be upside down. That's the way it needs to be there. I suppose what we could do is we could put small connector blocks. No conveyor. We can get small conveyor blocks, put those in between. So that's going there. Let's not get in front of that. That's going... Wait, let's see. Wait, where did I put that? Wasn't there. Oh no, where did I put that other one? Oh, it's the back, not the front. So it's going here, right, okay. So it's 9, oops, 8. And that's going there, and then we have our 2 there.
Energy low.
Right, we're okay on energy. So it's 4 there. I think that's enough to lift the whole thing up. So we've got 3, 5, so we've got 5 lifting, and of course we could use that there, no, for I feel like there's not sufficient ones for reversion, so what we'll do is we'll put this here, and this one here, and we'll put, yeah, we'll put double, so this one here, and this one here can help, that's help move it, and same over here. Now we need to remember about guns, but we'll get that in a second. So that's part of our drone, that's for lift. Now we need a camera for docking this thing. So I wonder if we can put the camera... We can put the camera here, can we? G, camera. So the camera is going to replace this. And let's put it... Let me see now, if you're looking on... If you're on the camera, you want to look down on it. Yeah, you want that to go there, pretty much. And then you want a forward-facing camera here. But you don't want to be obstructed. Let's give these here proper names. So camera... What are we going to call this? Drone? I suppose would be proper name. So we'll call this drone camera. Drone camera, and then we'll call this a We'll call this dock. And then we'll call this one here drone camera front. Drone cam. Oh. And then we put one on the rear, which can go on top of this, perhaps. Can we put one up here? Yes, we can. And we'll call this drone camera. Rear. Perfect. Now, the last things we put on this is a remote block and an antenna. This is going to be quite basic. They need to be protected though, because this thing will be shot at. So I think we'll put the remote block sitting in here, because if we're going to be going into danger, we're going to be heading at it straight on. One of the things I've done in my other... Yeah, we'll put this here, sitting away from everything. And then we'll put the antenna behind that.
Energy critical.
We're okay, energy. Right, so that's that. We have everything else. We've got our hydrogen converters. We do need storage, so we can store extra hydrogen if needed, because this thing will be, well, I suppose, does it really need to be converting ice at the same time? It kind of defeats the purpose of having these if it's not going to be doing that, so we kind of do need storage. And I suppose we could put the storage on top of here for ice. Oh, it's cargo, not storage. Let's get... What's the difference? Large. Well, we'll get this one here anyway. Small, large, medium. See, the medium would have fit really nicely in there, but I think what we're going to do is we're just going to keep for the small ones. That go there, and that's going here. So that's just for extra ice. And same here as well. Oh, I forgot. We need to rotate those properly. That's going off. Because that might not fit. That's going there. And where did I put the other one? If that's facing on top, that's facing on top. That's alright. They're okay. So we've got four of those. And let's give it a bit of armor. So we'll give it some heavy armor plating. But we'll use this one here. And we'll actually no, we just use triangles, I suppose. That's going there. This is just armor. I keep those there covered. Alright, that's alright. And then we'll use the ordinary. Suppose. Yeah, we'll use the ordinary one. Where is it? This one. Go to small grid. There we go. Oh.
No energy.
Just have to bear with me 1 second till I get this here on. There we go. Right. Let's just take that off. That's enough.
Energy critical.
And let's go and get healed up in here. Completely forgot about that energy. Something moving about out there. What is that? Transport. There is some military installation, so we'll probably test out the first one on it. Because one of them didn't have guns on it, which is kind of surprising. It's actually very, very smooth today for some reason. Right. Oh yes, the storage as well for the guns. I forgot. Now, what guns are we going to be putting on this black weapons? What are we going to put on it? Can we get this Autocannon Turret? I suppose it would have made sense to check these Warfare rocket launcher. Warfare Gatling. These are all for small grid, I assume. Railgun. Artillery. Autocannon turret. I would like something to sort of control and turn on and off. So we'll get one of these just to see how big it is. And what is it? Slower and bigger. Sibling autocannon deals decent damage to armored targets. 800. That does assault cannon. Warfare Gatling gun. And rocket launcher. And we've got a railgun. Let's get one of those. And let's get one of these assault cannons. So let's see what they're like in terms of size. We've got number 9. Well, that's kind of out of the question. That's not going to fit anywhere, is it? Although we could make room for it. What type of connection? It's a small connector. So I might actually take this here off. And substitute that with this here. And now we can get our railguns. So what weight is the connection on that? It's, I assume it's on the... Oh, it's got one on the side and one on that. So they can connect onto the side of this if we can get that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is going to look so rare, but so cool at the same time. Actually, no, I prefer if they were the other way up. Or do I? Do I want them the other way up? Yes, I do. Right, so what we'll do is we'll turn them upside down. So it's like this. And do the same with the other side. I need to change the grinder. And number 8. And is there a connection underneath these? No, there's not. So we've got this, and we need 7. Oh, where do we put this? Could put that on top. Oh, it's got the excellent. It's got this here on it. That works actually very nicely. So we could stack these. But it's like kind of single point of failure. If they get shot at, you know, they're the first things to break. Yeah, let's do that. This looks cool. I am looking forward to using this thingy. Right, we do need to get this thing fairly armored, because I feel like that's a single point where if that gets shot, that's kind of goodbye. Let's also weld that up. Right, look at that. Looks like something from Star Wars. And it's got a thruster there. So nothing's going to burn it, and I hope. But I would like to connect this here back to something solid. So I'm wondering if we can get it this here connected to that. And we'll use heavy armor for that, because it's better. We can use that. So we're gonna use this, and we're gonna use this. So let's see. We can get away with using solid block here, perhaps. Ordinary block. Ordinary block. Solid block here. Perfect. So that's solid block, and then rotate block, rotate block. Is that right? And then we can put another one here. Yeah, why not? It looks very rare, but this thing only needs to do one thing, and that's pretty much it. And I like the way it's got eyes on it. We could put... Can we put spotlights there? Ooh, offset spotlights. I am having a lot of fun with this. Don't know why I don't do this more often. Now, what way? Do we want it close to here, or do we want it top like this, or like that there? feel like it'd look more menacing like this. And then we've got a camera. Oh, such a shame. Why isn't that not want to go there? Oh. I hope it has enough thrusters to lift. I think it does. It's got 3, it's got 5 thrusters to lift. And we could put more under here if needed. The whole thing is pretty much connected up. Right. Good. Right, the only thing left to sort of do now is dismantle all this here. We have our large thruster. Oh, we need... excuse me. We just need ammo, pretty much. Right, what does this take? Uses autocannon magazines. Oh, it's going to use a different range of stuff. And then this here uses small railgun sabots, autocannon magazines, salt cannon shells. I need to write that down. That's actually quite a lot to sort of remember. So let's see. We'll do railgun, and then we've got assault cannon, and then what's this one here? Autocannon turret. And now we've got the 3 different types of ammo. So the railgun uses small railgun sabots. This one here uses the assault cannon shells. And then this one uses autocannon magazines. Cannon. Mags. Autocannon mags. Perfect. Right, let's go to production and get those made, and we'll charge up our hydrogen and energy while we're here. Production. Right, first things first, we'll try and make 1,000 of each. And check that there's nothing being made here at the minute. Just make sure. Last thing we want is to make unnecessary things right now. And the good thing is we can use Voyage to go and collect whatever materials we're missing. Alright, so we're going to make 1,000 of each. We're going to small railgun sabots. Small railgun sabots. Assault cannon shells. Is it? Yeah. And autocannon mags. Oh, what's it doing? Don't want to do repeat. Don't want to do that. I just want to check to see if we can actually make all that. So is this... That's the only thing that uses uranium. Okay, that's perfect. So the rest doesn't use oh, it does use magnesium. But what are we actually missing? I think we're actually missing magnesium. Oh, inventory. Yeah. Magnesium. I think, yeah, we don't have enough magnesium. That's pretty much it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here now. We're going to go and get some while that's working away. It's on, it's off. Turn off our... There we go. There was magnesium somewhere, I think. Somewhere, there was some over in the... over here, but we'll go to All Ores 2 because it was closer to the moon, so it was. Oh, I'm pressing things too quickly here. Where is it? All Ores 2, which is only 8 kilometers away. Perfect. Let's go fly to that. So it is making away of all the other stuff, which is good. So we're just getting out of the gravity and increasing the speed here as well. So this thing only has 4 thrusters pushing in each direction, I think, isn't it? Whereas the side ones, yeah. I think if I was redesigning everything again, I would have large thrusters in every direction. It's just so much easier to work with. I know you burn through a lot of hydrogen, but if you get up to speed, you just turn everything off and just coast it. That's all that's needed. No other fancy stuff on it. Alright, let's begin to slow down. And I think there's magnesium on the opposite side of this. Oh, there's some there, I think. Oh, Christ. Wait, what? What got hit? We didn't lose that, did we? Oh, we lost an engine. I thought we were miles away from that. But that could have been actually a lot worse. We just lost an engine and a few thrusters. Oh, and let's see, what have we missed? So we've got 2 before we get to a junction. Right, let's get that fixed really quick. Shouldn't we be doing that? We should not have been messing about like that. Well, I wouldn't say I was messing about. I was just got a wee bit too close. That's pretty much it. Let's go in there. Oh, yeah. Let's get the builders back on. Right, now we've got that engine back. We should have been back. It's all green, yeah. Should be working. That's alright. Right, let's continue back onto it. Now I just need to remember, because we've only got 1 thruster reversing us. No, we've got 3. Right, okay. Right, I need to hop out and see where all this magnesium is. Right, that'll do. So what's this? Block. Character blocks. Or character tools, I should say. Right, we've got cobalt, platinum, magnesium. Oh, where's the magnesium? Yeah, we can get into that. We'll get the little miner for that. We'll take it around though. Alright, we'll just leave it here. That'll coast its way. Let's get this. This needs to be modified. The whole thing, everything needs to be pretty much modified. Right, where is the magnesium on this thing? We only need a wee bit. I'm just gonna get out of here for a second. Where is it? Oh, it's down there. Okay. Alright, let's get all this. Yeah, so just we'll mine this here all out, and then we'll as much as we can get, and then we'll I know we're getting gold and other stuff, but I suppose it does no harm. Rather look at it than look for it. Right, I think that's pretty much it. Let's see, control, inventory. Yeah, I think that's plenty. We've got loads of other stuff there, and we've got gold as well. Where's the... Is that the right? No, that's the wrong side. Keep forgetting all the controls are reversed in this. Right, backwards. Oh, a bit too much. Let's tilt it round. There we go. And then we go to the refinery and we'll start the process of making the magnesium. And we'll go to magnesium. Right. Perfect. Alright, let's head back. And then we can fix Evan. Okay. Let's head back down. And also we need to be careful on speed here as well. Right. Just ease back on the controls a wee bit. And straighten it up. I must actually get those configuration files fixed. The ones where you can see the view distance, because I don't like the way like Evan starts loading at like say 2-3 kilometers outside. Or rather, if Evan was to load up straight away. That happens whenever you use multiplayer, though. It's to do with like render distance and stuff. Just connect up. EP65. Alright, check production now. Yeah. Let's check the refineries. It's gold. Magnesium. Rather do a lot of gold, rather magnesium. Right, so concentrate on not making the rest. That's there. So I think we have pretty much everything else, don't we? What was the other one? We've got small railgun. Small railgun tablet. And then we have an autocannon magazine. Assault cannon shells. Have we got those? Ah, we do. They're in the sampler now, so they must be going through it at the moment. Yeah. Alright, so that's doing okay. Alright, let that work away. I think we are good to set everyone else up. Also, we need to fix this here as well. Not a priority right now, we'll leave that. But this is the main thing. So let's get this here all set up, ready to go. So what we'll do is we will move it out of the way temporarily so we can get it all configured. I suppose we could put some landing pads on it. Yeah, we could do that. The reason for having that turret up there is just if we're getting fired upon from the sides, at least it'll keep it occupied. But we want front facing, pretty much everything front facing. Have we got enough reversers? We've got 4 reversers, but I feel like if we want to stop very quickly, we could do it a few more. I think we're okay. Right, let's get this thing configured. So let's get this here turned off. Let's get that. Oh. Let's get blueprint, just in case something happens to that. Right, and now we configure it, just set everyone up pretty much. Oh. Yeah, you're right, you can just rest there. Don't go off anywhere, please. Yes, let's configure everything, control panel. So we're going to call this drone. And then these are going to be assault cannon. Drone. Assault cannon drone. Show blind. And then that's going to be autocannon drone. Autocannon turret. Drone. Connector. Drone. Yep. Drone. Oh yeah, because we're connected to that. Okay. We got the drone camera, drone connector, and then these are drone hydrogen tanks. And then we got the large one, yeah, and this one. Drone thrusters. We've got so this one here is, we'll call it drone CC1 And that's the name of convention. We're going to follow the rest. So that's 2, 3, and 4. And there, show off. Drone. Oh. Drone remote control. Drone. Rail. Oops. Railguns. Drone spotlights. And then drone. GENERATORS, yeah. Perfect. That's pretty much it. And then the info is drone. Good. Now let's get a blueprint of this thing. Perfect. Right. Oh, I forgot. There's no batteries and there's no gyroscopes on it. How did I forget that? Well, not an issue. We can just slap these here on it. Put the warfare ones on. Where can I just slap these here on? Suppose they can go. I'd rather not do that actually. I suppose we can use the small ones. Yeah. We'll add a bunch of these here on. Yeah. Give it a bit of strength. Where can we slap these other ones? Yeah, that'll do. And then gyros. What's this? Oh, energy inhibitor nullifier. I don't know what that does. Well, that can go here. To there. There. That's not going to be in the way, is it? No. I'd rather do the same on the opposite side of that as well. That's not going to be in the way, that's perfect. I think that's enough, yeah. Okay, so let's see if we can connect to this. Oh, that's perfect. I do like the speed of that. Very, very easy. So let's get this all configured up. But before we do, let's set up the batteries. There we go. G. Right, first things first is the groups. So the engines need to be turned on and off. The batteries need to be set. Oh, the connector. But batteries first. Recharge on and off. This here, stockpile on and off. And then the connector. Where is it? Switch lock. And then we have the spotlights. O2 teacher stay on. And the rest is all good. Now let's set the guns up. So we've got the autocannon turrets. They're going to be set to maximum, whatever that is. Assault cannon. Whatever distance that is. On the railguns. Yeah, it's alright. Okay. That's okay. And then G. Black weapons, I thought it was on it. Maybe not. Shoot. Or fire, I'd rather shoot on. Cycle shoot modes. Suppose that there, yeah. Oh yeah, and we want the other gun to be configurable as well, turned on and off just in case. Right. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's supposed to be toggle block on and off. I think that's pretty much it. And then the cameras. Actually, they're kind of redundant. So we need a front, rear, and underside. 6. How do you fire? Apparently you can't fire it. I don't know. So let's see what it's like to dock. Let's dock it up for practice. Let's try and hit. I think it's the underside of this here. That's pretty perfect, just need to turn it on. There we go. Let's check. And 3. We want to fill all that up. Turn those off and recharge. Right. I think we're going to leave it there because we are fairly I think on time. So what we'll do is we'll take a screenshot of this here. Actually just connect back in with it. I forgot when it connects it. I forgot when it connects you can't connect into it anymore. Yeah, I forgot. Oh. Let's see, can I connect into this thing? Drone. I think that's it, yeah. Just take a screenshot of this. There it is. Alright, and let's connect back in, set that all up. and it is 4 and 2 to recharge. Right, let that work away. So that's currently filling up. Excellent. Okay, so we'll leave it there, and in the next episode we will take it over to that military installation and give it a wee bit of a test run. But I'm not too sure why I can't fire them guns. There's probably a reason to it, unless they're auto or something. I'm not too sure. But we'll look into it anyway. Okay, so that's it for this here episode. Thanks very much for watching it. If you have any comments or any suggestions at all, do leave them down below, or visit the Discord channel that is linked in the description. We have quite a few things to do, and I I'm really looking forward to attacking that military installation. So there's that to look forward to. And then I know I did say in the last episode I would talk about possible end of the series in this year, but we will do it in the next episode. But other than that, thanks again for watching. See you in the next one. I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel donators. You help make these videos possible.